Hello everyone. This is quick a little hi. Um, we will be starting up our new little uh hibbly do, you know, all that normal stuff. Let's quickly go down the list, introduce ourselves, our characters, and then let's hop directly right on it. And yeah, let's start off with Don.
Heyo, I'm Don. I'll be playing Harky, the Wild Magic Kobold. Shit's gonna get random and it's gonna get real.
Next on up is our one of our other longest players here, um, Jack.
Hey, I'm playing Wenley Sunninghill, the little traveling performer with her performing badger, Columbine. Uh, yeah, bringing some bard magic to the place.
And last but certainly not least, JR.
Hey, I'm JR. I'm playing Eleonora, the noble thief who has yet to actually do any thievery now that I think about it.
And we do also have our one of our other players here, host, but he's currently on mute. And what level are you guys at the moment?
As last I checked, we were at five because I'm four rogue, one bard.
Okay, yeah. I just want to make sure.
I'm yeah, I did not get this memo about being level 5, so I'll take that.
Yeah, you all are level 5 at the
It was
current.
what, a couple of weeks ago, a few weeks ago.
And I'm for Bard Rogue One.
Alrighty.
Yay, Rogue One.
And with that, let's get let's pick up where we left off last session. Not with our lovely group, but where exactly the camera pointed to. With the fire clock, with our residential little baby, or little girl, a centaur girl, Aponia, his father. As fire clock goes on into the portal, you see that the scenery around changes from the streets of Waterdeep to a more, let's say, elvish forge area. And it's clearly a more celestial area. And Eponia's father is sitting right at the table, at a table, in the center of this room. Ah, I hope that you were able to hand them the information, Eponia father said. Ah, yes. Yes, I did. Hopefully, this new situation will resolve itself in due time. There's a new force that's coming, and we do not know when it will happen. But by the month's end, the fate of that city might be at stake. And with that, let's go back to our players. Where did we all leave off last week?
I'm pretty sure we were all comparing notes on what all we were doing at the while we were out and about. Castor had come back with more information from what he had been finding out. Or was that the week before?
That was last week.
Okay, so I was remembering correctly. I can't tell sometimes because my memory is weird.
Everyone just went silent.
Yeah.
Alright. Alright, yeah, it's just basically new sort of uh events happening. A lot more. We got a little information about what happened with Aponia. Magical ability. Uh, the alien Winley and Archan had a little moment, and yeah. And with that, you guys can go off and do whatever needs to be done. Alright, pick up where we left off last week. As you guys are still currently outside of the sort of temple.
I'm gonna be honest, Eleanor doesn't really have anything that's super pressing right now because she's already sent out all her communiques.
Neither does Harky. He's just along for the ride.
Alright then. Oh yeah, and Jack and Winley and um why am I blanking on the name? Oh, or yeah, Winley and Archan were about to do something last session, but Archan is not here at the current moment. So yeah, let's move on to what something new as we wrap up this season. As you guys, is there any place that you guys want to visit at the current moment?
Of
Or do you guys want to head on back to your little cove?
a little cove.
The troll manor. The you guys just want
Where were we?
you guys are still unless you guys decided to already go to back to the manor. These guys are right outside of
Outside of.
the temple or near the temple ish.
Oh shit! And we can't do what I was gonna do
Yeah.
without Archen here. Fuck. I guess let's just go back
Alrighty. And you
because I
guys
can't do that conversation with Archen I was gonna do. So I'm not sure what to
we
do.
can retcon that in further sessions.
Sure.
Um, yeah. As you guys head back, you will see that there has been a few packages left outside of your um uh um some packages left outside and inside of the manor. Boxes, crates, the lot.
All right, Eleanor will go ahead and take a look at them.
Alright. And inside the crate, you will see that these are some of the beverages um, uh, that you ordered from the or turned in a favor for with the t- Tabaxi sisters.
Roseanne Sparkling
Yep.
Merlot. All right.
And
What
go on.
is there any? Is there anything like any kind of letter from them with it or anything like that?
Not outside, but inside on the counter. There's a little um uh letter with have you decided what their emblem will look like?
Uh, Honestly, no, I had not.
Okay then. So,
I was trying to think of one on the spot and I couldn't.
well, you see that the um, stamp is of a paw and bear claw with 5 um, different creatures' claws and fangs. One is a dragon. The other is a bear. The next one is of a bird, and the rest are sort of other animals. And you would recognize that it is of the Tabaxi family. I don't want to get into details.
Huh.
And
Looks like some of my friends have sent us a little something.
and inside of the letter, it says, "Here are some things that you asked for. We're still trying to um, uh, gather more of the requested beverages, but at the moment there might be some difficulties, as there's been rumors circling around about some recent string of murders."
News travels fast, I guess.
It's worrisome. Very worrisome. We don't know quite what we're going to do.
And I mean, if news of what's been going on over here has gotten a little loud that quickly,
Mm-hmm.
then, and with what we know about these people apparently being even more widespread than we thought, which falls in line with what we know about them being connected to that beholder, well, oh, I honestly,
Yeah.
I do fear for the sister's safety. At the same time, I know if I sent them a letter and tell them to get out of there, they'd refuse to because that vineyard is their life and has been in their family for generations.
Still, it speaks well of you to worry about them, especially if you think they're going to come into some harm.
Uh, they are no, they are no, notable, and especially, admittedly, with me getting in touch with them, they do have connections to some of Xanathar's enemies, i.e., me.
Right. It seems like everything's tying back to this Xanathar fellow. But I don't think we can touch him. Not as things are.
No, not
And
yet.
I'm not
No.
silly enough to try. We need to. A city of this size, there are bound to be very powerful people in it.
And who knows? Maybe the time will come when we are powerful enough to be able to take care of things ourselves. But in the meantime,
In the meantime, I think there's a lot of good we can do.
right, I'm gonna stop, and I'm gonna start by making sure that Rose and Sparkling are on their toes as well.
You're a good friend. They're lucky to have you. And so am I.
Thank you.
Shit.
What?
I had this website pulled up, and it started playing an ad, and
Oh.
I did not want that to be on the stream. Thank you,
Oops.
thank you, fandom, for making me nope out that as fast as possible. Now let's get back to that other tab. Okay.
Yeah. Well, Eleanor is going to take it upon herself at that time to just kind of start writing something up to. Obviously, there's some bits of information that she feels like she cannot tell Rose and Sparkling, partially for their own safety, but partially because she doesn't know if any of Xanathar's agents might be, trying to, spy, see who who's keeping an eye on them, identify potential threats on there. But she is just going to kind of explain things on a limited basis and let them know that because of their connection to her, she has reason to believe that they should be cautious.
All right. So you write this up, brief as possible, and you send it on out to the two.
Oh, by the way, I should also note that part of it is going to be encrypted in Thieves' Cant because there's one thing that she knows about Sparkling that even Rose does not know about her.
Oh.
Sparkling, while never trained properly as a thief from the Thieves Guild, did spend a little time around there.
Nice.
Might have picked up a little bit of the Thieves' Cant.
Nice.
Neat. While Eleonora is writing this up, what are the other you guys doing at the moment?
The Harky is just chilling, chilling until his explosive prowess is needed.
All right. As you guys, do your own little things, you guys hear another knock, knock, knock on the door.
Mm.
And I think Eleanor would probably be the closest to the door at this point from trying to bring in some of the things that the Merlot sisters had sent.
Alrighty. Wait, what did you say? Sorry, I blanked out just for a second.
Um, once she's done writing, Eleanor would be going to bring in the stuff that the Merlot sisters had sent.
Oh, okay.
So
Um,
she would be close to the door when it knocked.
alright. So, you open up the door, and you see that the man right in front of you is a carrier. Um, and by that I mean like a guy who sends messages back and forth to other cities, towns, whatever.
A courier.
Yeah,
Yeah.
courier.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, hello.
Hello, hello.
Hey y'all, sorry I'm late. Sorry I'm late. Sorry about that.
It's all good. We're just still going strung ho in the session, so you didn't really miss that much.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Quick catch up. The Merlot sisters sent a little sent a few of the things that Eleonora had requested. Apparently,
Okay.
news of what has gone on in Waterdeep traveled all the way to Loudwater.
Oh
So,
wow. Okay.
so things have been a little bit difficult on that front. And as
Yeah.
of right now, we have a courier at the door.
Okay.
And yeah, the man reaches inside of his pouch, looks at it, looks up. Is there mm, an Unwinny?
Mm-hmm.
Ah, this is for you.
Wait, who is this talking to me?
The courier.
Oh, the courier. Thank you.
Uh,
What? Let's unwrap it then. What is it?
um, it is. The man bows and heads on off, and in your hands is another little um letter. This time, you recognize the name. This is not a name that you heard in quite a while. Or a group of. It's a group of performers that you were with before.
Oh no, the ones I left.
Yeah, before you
Oh no.
went off
Uh,
and done your thing.
Wenley's eyes flicker over to Archan, and she kind of frowns and then reads the letter.
Inside, you see how many. One, two, three, four. You see that inside are 3 tickets. All of them are sort of um, with your name written across them. And inside, there's a letter saying, "Come on by if you want to."
Come on by if you want to. When he's like, oh goodness, what the heck does that mean? Oh, like, should I? Oh, I need to go talk to Ellie. Are they coming here?
And
I mean, are they planning to come here anytime soon?
and yeah, attached near the bomb is sort of the rough location of where they are going to be performing. And it's
Mm-hmm.
going to be happening at the what's this location? I can't even read what I put down here. It's going to be at the local theater
Okay.
near in the Sea
Okay.
Ward section,
Sure.
and it's about, let's see, and each yeah, it is going to be in that section in 2 days' time
Okay.
from when you got the letter. So
All right. I will quickly get Eleonora to write me a return letter. And it says, I am, I can be found here. I do not know whether I will make the performance or not. My apologies. I wish you well, and all the best for your performances. And then kind of like a sort of surreptitious, I hope all of you are well and hearty and have found ease and happiness working here in the city. Please tell. And then she just writes, she'll think for a minute and then say, just the letter R, please. Please tell R that I am well and safe. And when he's done, when Ellie is done, writing the letter, she will hand it back to the courier and say, along with 2 silver or so, and say, please take this back to them when you can.
and the courier looks at the thing and takes the 2 silver. Is there anything else you would like me to
Oh,
send?
is there anything else we need? Actually, can you remember a spoken message?
Why, certainly.
Well then, and she will recite just Takuma answer yes. She'll recite a swift message for the other company, the one that we did the performance with, where one of them was murdered. Just saying, here you can find us here in Troll Skull Alley. Please let me know when we're having a funeral or whatever. And I'm thinking of you. Please let me know if there's anything I can do. This courier will return a message to me paid by me. And she'll give the courier 2 more silver and said, carry this message, and if they want to send a message back to me, I will reward you for it.
Alrighty, madam. He tips his hat, takes both messages, and puts it in his side pat,
Okay,
and heads on over.
sure.
Now, oh yeah,
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and respond on verbally to what's going on there. Caster is trying to make sure that everyone is prepared for another attack. You do realize that while we're trying to get everything set up, the possibility of us getting under attack has not been far from my mind, don't you? In fact, I've been prepared for self-defense at every opportunity, but at the same time, I'm not one to rush myself into a conflict that might get me killed.
And this one well might, I.
Lest you forget from our expo toys over there in the City of the Dead, I am one who tends to stick to the shadows for the most part. If we can build things up here, establish ourselves, make sure that we have resources available to us if and when we need them.
Yes, allies. We need allies. Friends, here in the city.
and with that, you guys, uh, you know what? Go on. I'm quickly getting something up.
It's really hard to RP with
Yeah,
the typing stuff happening.
yeah, it's really hard. Hell,
Yeah, is there a way we can just actually do the scene for real?
Well, yeah. Well, if another one of their goons did attack, then we would defend ourselves, would we not? Granted, we are not powerful to take on Xanathar himself, but as evidenced by previous events, we are certainly capable of defending ourselves from his minions, are we not?
Oh, for the most part. Just not the really big one. You know which one I mean.
If we need to defend ourselves in the interim, we can. And who knows, maybe we can talk to Sylvania and see if she can set up some of her lovely defenses for this place as well, although I would prefer not to turn this place into a freaking fortress.
We need to go higher than her. We need to talk to the city itself.
Well, I was mostly thinking because she seems to have a very good talent for setting up home defenses.
Yeah, I've got to say, you haven't put much thought into your own defenses. Not against her, anyway.
Now, you do raise a good point about trying to do something to disrupt his communications network in the meantime. At the very least, while we don't want to take the fight to him directly quite yet, if there's anything we can do to slow him down, that does merit investigation.
There's lots we can do. He's a criminal, right? Makes money from all sorts of dishonest avenues. It seems to me that if there are any other criminals in town, they're not going to appreciate very much the competition. Making allies of them can only help. And that way we have someone to go to for the more, well, ambitious work.
Well, it just so happens that you do know someone who has friends in low places.
Oh, really? How useful. I'll
Yes.
talk to my folks as well. There's a lot you can do going through the theatre circles.
Right. Now, while I out and about, we did get some beverages from the Mallow sisters. So, Arshan, if you would be so kind as to make sure those are put away.
Of course.
I'm going to head out for a bit to see if I can make contact with some of those low friends. And she wraps herself up in her cloak of protection, and she does make sure that she has her weapons on her just in case.
Eleonora, may I join you?
I certainly won't dissuade you.
I find people like that have need of certain skills that they may not wish to visit the more pious of my brethren.
That is true, especially if some of my exes are any indication.
Hmm.
Oh dear.
Jack knows what I'm talking about.
Huh?
Perhaps services of the healing variety might be a using bargaining point for them, if that is the way we wish. Though I would caution, we're still making beds with people that aren't exactly moral, I guess. It is
Well,
a slippery slope.
Well, after that one captain, it wouldn't be the first time, would it?
You must tell me all these stories. This world is so strange.
I was actually referring to the captain that we basically blackmail.
It was interesting. Little loud for my taste. Trying to shake her head. And she'll get up and
And
kind of
if
sort her
anyone
stuff
comes
out.
by, oh,
That's it. Go ahead.
Arshan,
Now that you're here, Ron, do you want to do?
yeah, we can do that. Yeah, we can do the flashback scene if everybody wants
Friendship is
to, just to
magic,
cover
Rainbow.
that. Real quick.
All right.
Yeah,
But
Arshan would tell Nora and Iona before they left if anything happens while you're gone. I promise that I will keep at least one of them alive so that we can hopefully get some answers before they immolate themselves again.
All right.
Oh crap! I don't know if Arshan would actually know that word. But yeah, we can definitely do that. Do that quick flashback scene now if we'd like,
Okay.
if everybody's okay with that.
So we're at the temple,
Mm-hmm.
and um, and Archana is like very, focused on his anger and such. And I think Winley would like take his hands and sit him down in some little like alcove, some little sunny windowsill kind of thing,
Mm-hmm.
and say, Archan, I'm right about you.
What do you mean?
Well, you've come a long way. these last few weeks, you know. And I see you, well, getting wrapped up, shadows of the past and all that. I'm worried you'll lose your way, and I don't want that.
Neither do I.
But I
Neither
see
do I.
that anger growing up in you. You've lost a friend, and so have I. But I don't want that anger to make me lose you too.
I'm afraid. I'm afraid
I know.
of losing you and Hart, Nora, everyone we've come to know.
I know. But darling, going back to the way things used to be, you must listen to me. You cannot keep living as you had been living, in blood and violence all of the time. You've found a home now and a family. And no matter what happens, I love you, and I'll be here for you. But I can't go back there with you. You needn't fear losing us unless by your own violence you drove us away. Do you understand?
I do. And I hope you know that as you love me, so too I love you.
Oh,
Love you, everyone.
oh, oh my.
I don't want to go back to the way things were. I don't want to lose everyone and push everyone away again.
I'm so happy to hear that.
Perhaps here, and he looks around at the temple. I'm presuming this is before he actually used the amulet to contact Tamara.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Here, perhaps here, and he would grasp the amulet. Perhaps here I can find a way to not go back down that road.
I am not one to pray to gods, but I have prayed to this dragon lady of yours. I know she's important to you. Don't worry, I'm not jealous. That she show you a way forward. I know there's a part of you that will never really be free of violence, and well, I still don't like it, but I'm trying my best to come to peace with that. I understand that sometimes you and Ellie feel like it's the only thing you can do to protect us. Just promise me that you'll try to find other ways. That you'll try to become someone who doesn't reach for your sword right away. You have so much that you can give, Archan. You are strong and good and generous, very generous. You're not just a sword. Not anymore. I want to see the man you could become.
clasping her hands gently, or clasping her hands in his, squeeze them gently. I promise.
Thank you.
I will strive to use violence as a last.
Hmm. Go and talk to your goddess. I know that she'll help you, or I hope at least. And Wenley will use her free hand and kind of like touch his face and lean forward and press a little kiss on the edge of his snout.
I think if he could blush, he probably would be in the moment. Then
And she's blushing too. Like her cheeks go like a dark red. She's just like, well, go on then and see what she says.
Okay. And then he would, at that point, he would continue. He would give her, I don't think, he would kind of press his lips, trying to kiss her on the forehead.
Oh! And she's kind of like, oh.
Yeah, as he would stand up and then continue on his way.
And she kind of like mumbles like, we have got to figure something out. And then blushes even more.
Yeah, and he would continue on his way to the apse where eventually he would pull out the amulet. And,
Yay! Oh, that was such a fun little scene. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, and I imagine he would have brought it up with when he prayed to Tamara.
Yeah.
He would have brought up how he doesn't want to continue down that path of destruction, both self and other, that he has been for most of his life.
And with that tweet scene wrapped up, uh, let's get back to the present. What were we exactly doing right before we?
Yeah. Iona, Iona and Nora were about to head out the door. Nora was putting on her cloak of protection. They were going to go out see. I think about talking about trying to find some allies for us, just in case Xanathar sends any more goons.
And I do, before we go out, I do have to share one word of warning. Codenames are very important in the Thieves Guild. I have one. I would prefer when we're there at the Thieves Guild for you to refer to me by my codename Grey Falcon. Part of the reason for that is just, it's kind of a bond building thing that, when a thief reaches a certain rank within the guild, they get a codename on there. But also in my case, some people may not take too kindly to finding out about my station and specifically my parentage. So just letting you know that ahead of time.
So I am to refer to you as Grey Falcon, and it's all very strange. Shall we?
Let's go. Oh, but before we leave, Castor stops us.
Yeah, before you guys go off, Castor, who is currently muted, would like to share some information about Xanathar with you all.
All right, let's hear it.
boo.
One of us should read this, I think, for the
Yeah.
audience.
Yeah.
Castor
Yeah.
says, Castor says, I have found one of the trading posts. It's only a 30-minute walk from here.
Oh, that might be
It's
useful
at the
information.
northern end. Sorry, Lana.
Might be more useful information a little later down the line. If
Yes,
perhaps-
very very timely information too, and
Yeah.
might give us a little bit of additional leverage.
hmm I mean, it certainly wouldn't hurt if his enemies, if it were to destroy it themselves. Preferably if they didn't point them back our direction, of course.
Yes, if we can kind of centralize his the focus of kind of unfocus his anger, that certainly buys us time at the very least.
One of my former colleagues always used to say that if one is trying to distract something, you do it from multiple angles.
And he has many, many eyes worth distracting.
My thoughts exactly.
And with that, you guys, with the newfound information that Caster found, head on out. And let's see, what role should I have you? Um, roll me both. What's your guys'
What?
Sorry?
roll me uh a D100, if you may.
Everyone,
Anyone who's going on out to try to recruit some allies.
Sure. I'll roll for that. Sure thing. Let me, do you want, so you want a percentile roll?
Yeah, percentile roll.
Sure. 60.
Okay. Um, as you guys,
Actually, no, I think that's, oh, never mind, go on. Sorry.
it's all good. Um, as you guys head on out to try to recruit some more allies. Let's see. Iona, you um, you were able to bring the group to the one of the more popular taverns, the Yawning Dawn, to see if there's any, groups that might be hanging around there.
Ah. This place looks noisy. Will there be people here? Leonora?
Well, let's see what I can see.
You see that this, at the current moment, the Yawning Dawn is filled with the brim, to the brim, with like everyone like everyone in between, from like tavern goers, some guilds more well known to the obscure, and everything in between.
Right. Any kind of tavern clientele, kind of more along the lines of what Eleanor was looking for. Some people do, might be like thieves guild or whatnot.
Roll me an investigation with advantage.
All right, give me a sec. Investigation with advantage.
18.
18.
You are able to find a local chapter of thieves named the Ravens Golden Jewel. As you would recognize that name from previous encounters with other guild members who visited your local thieves' hideout or thieves' drinking pub area. Uh, and you heard some rumors about what their emblem looks like. As opposed to their name, it is actually more of, you know, flames in the shape of green flames in the shape of raven wing.
I think I see some. I think I see some people we might be able to talk to. You know,
Oh, and how should we approach them, do you think? She seems very a little not, I guess unsure is not quite the word, but like she's keen to like not mess up.
well, obviously, just going up to them and loudly announcing that we know who they are would be most uncouth of us to do. At the same time, we cannot, if when we approach them, we cannot we cannot act as if we are afraid of them. I know this particular group, and well, let's just say that this particular group is responsible for a few people who taught me most of what I know as a thief myself. So I have kind of a familiar attachment to them.
Okay.
So Eleanor will will kind of walk over to them casually, going over to them, knowing that they're the kind of people that you don't, just like boldly approach, but you still just kind of have to approach calmly and casually, so that they know that you know who they are, but that you're not trying to attract attention to them.
All right. As you walk on up, you see that there are three members. One of them is a crystal built creature with the engraving of the emblem right on its shoulder. As it looks towards you and it passes you a notepad.
Is there anything on the notepad?
There are the words, those who can't bring um, those who don't bring the gold will be pecked out of the and then blink.
Huh.
They're trying to test her memory.
Roll me a wisdom with advantage. Of course.
Another 18.
Right.
Okay. With an 18, you do remember that um, the word is wings.
I'm sorry, the word was what?
Wings.
Okay, she's going to write that down on the notepad and slide it back over to the crystal gentleman.
And with that, the man picks up the thing and snaps it, making it burn up.
Huh.
But it's not a regular flame, it is a green flame.
Green flame.
Welcome on in.
Yee.
Now,
I,
now how?
now,
Oh, go on.
I was gonna say now, the people that I'm talking to, would I happen to know any of their code names? Are there anyone? Is there anyone here who is specifically who is familiar?
No, you do not. The only thing that you know of the but know that these people are from the guild is that their tattoos and outfits are of that guild. So, for example, like the crystal creature, it is like etched into his upper body.
Kind of like what? Kind of like the equivalent of a tattoo,
Yeah,
really.
yeah, equivalent to a tattoo, but like, yeah.
Mm. All right, she'll nod to him.
Now, how may we help you?
And she does have like imagery of her own of particular this particular band of thieves having learned from them. So she kind of keeps it on her, even more highly treasured than her familial signet. So she'll go and show that to the crystalline person and say, I'm looking for little information some fellow order from some fellow order mates.
Hmm. What are you looking for? Anything in particular?
Well, no doubt you've probably heard of all the various bits of excitement that have been going on in the city as of late. The string, the strange murders and whatnot that are going on. And I know assassination's not our kind of thing, but I'm kind of curious to know if there's anything else you might know about it.
Well, and you see that the creature thing reaches down into the to a bag. You see, this might not be the best place to be talking about that.
Indeed.
However, with, you know, a good amount of these, as he reaches down, picks up three pieces of coin. There's a little bit of these, and may jog her memory.
That's all. I was under the impression that there was there was no such obligation when helping someone of the same order.
Well, you see, telling this information might cost us, our head. So, we thought, might as well get some money out of it.
What?
And Eleanor is just going to look over to Yana and goes, "This gentleman does not seem to be very forthcoming with information as honor bound by some of the oaths that our particular order takes when we complete our training at the Thieves Guild. What do you think of this?"
Sorry, who's that to?
And that was to Iona.
Oh, sorry. Well, that certainly doesn't seem like they are completing their end. It's a shame. We had such a good offering deal for them. I guess we should find someone a little bit more
Yes, we might have even had some
suitable.
information of equivalent value to offer them.
Hmm.
That certainly goes along the line with general procedure for
Well,
our kind.
Yes.
perhaps there might be something else. You see, we came under some new management recently, and hmm, perhaps we
Amen.
can ask you to fetch something for us. Or if you think you have any, you know, worthwhile information for us, we will certainly give you something you would like.
Picking up on the line of saying that they came under new management recently, that's going to get Eleonora a bit suspicious. I think she might want to see if she can use her powers of insight to see if there's something not right about this.
Alright, go on ahead.
Roll another 18.
Close, 17.
17.
Oh.
Um, you would recognize that they are kind of telling the truth. That there is rumors and circulations that the former head of the Thieves Guild, or of this particular Thieves Guild, has been disappeared, quote unquote.
Oh shit.
And there's a new acting head, but there are rumors circling around that the former head is still alive and in charge. Somewhere.
Huh.
New management. Eleanor is going to look over at Iona.
Mhm.
I wonder if we're not dealing with someone a bit too low on the totem pole for the kind of information we have.
Oh, that, and also, if we are to offer certain services to them, I wouldn't be comfortable with doing it without meeting. Did you call him the boss? Is that the phrase you used?
Yes.
Yes. I mean, I have to be very careful offering such services. Certainly, the other orders would not approve of taking services to some people. She smiles sweetly.
Tell me, could I possibly have your code name? And she's saying that to the crystal.
I goodbye cry.
Well, Cry. Given that the nature of things have shifted around here, and that the balance of power has shifted in this, I want you to send a message up to your new boss. I want you to let them know that the Grey Falcon seeks an audience.
Alright. I can see what I can do. Just make
Eh.
sure when you hear a knock, ask, does the raven call for thee? And if you get the answer, they speak for those who only catch their own food. That is who you're going to see as the person, the new boss. So expect them to come on by later. Is there any sort of place that you want them to meet you?
Well, obviously, for reasons of security, sending them directly to the tavern might not be a good idea, especially considering that we do have other people who come by who are not a part of the guild and might look a little suspiciously at the code word interchange.
May I make a suggestion? The Shrine to the Raven Queen will be quiet later, and it is not unusual to see people in twilight praying.
And a very appropriate place for those of us a part of this particular guild as well. It's not unusual for members of my
Not
guild to meet at a
unusual.
shrine. To meet at such a
That's
place.
in
So
my head.
I know, right?
I find this idea satisfactory. Does it sit well by you, Cry?
And
Well,
can you repeat that last little portion because it did cut out for on
Yeah.
my end.
Iona suggested that they meet at a local shrine to the Raven Queen. Eleonora thinks that is a good idea, and is asking if that is satisfactory for Cry.
Well, certainly. Any time?
I usually take prayers at twilight, so that would make we will be there anyway. It wouldn't be uncommon for you to accompany me, Eleanor.
Such business is in fact best done when the sun is setting.
Hmm.
And with that, the guild members look at each other, nod, get up, and walk on over out the tavern. And with that, you guys are
Well,
it,
one last thing for that scene. Eleonora will look over at Iona. It's like, in many ways, dealing with thieves guilds, not that different from dealing with nobles. You just gotta know. You just gotta know how to push the buttons the right way.
You could say that of most people, though.
Very true.
And
Once
what?
you know what motivates them, it is usually easy enough to manipulate them to a cause.
Okay. And move on.
Who else is with not with Eleanor and Iona, but are still in the Yawning Dawn? I assume that all of you went with them.
Not Archan. Archan's not there. He would have stayed back at the Manor Tavern.
We could have a scene at the manor.
All right.
That could be fun.
Yeah. Actually, the people did stay behind. You hear one last knock at the door.
Okay. Did I not get a chance to do any shopping?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, probably not, since there was that night when we first moved in. There was the night when we went around to all the local
I thought I
shops.
was gonna go shopping on the way back from the temple, but I guess I didn't actually do it.
No.
Aside from what was in the safe, I don't think Eleanor has seen any more money since the last time she went shopping.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right.
Okay, so there's a knock at the door.
Yeah.
And with that,
I'll go and answer the door.
you open
I
up.
think I got in the habit of when I go to answer the door, I always tell the kiddos to get upstairs. Just as a habit. Be like, go upstairs, and then I answer the door.
All right. When you open up the door, you see another halfling.
Uh-huh.
Like with big, bushy mutton chops and bushy eyebrows.
Okay.
And like,
Oh, hello.
hello there. I am Broxley Fair Kennel, and I heard that you all are going to be opening up a tavern soon, and I would like
Oh,
to
yes.
um
A tavern and theater.
well, I would like to offer up give you guys an offer. You see, I am part of the Fellowship of Innkeepers, and
Of what now?
Fellowship of Innkeepers.
I see.
And you see,
And you've come to talk to us about membership?
yes, you see, every tavern has to be a part of a guild.
Yes, of course. Come in, come in. Let me grab you something to drink. Like, Whitley's not gonna be a bad hostess in front of another halfling. Oh, hell no. Whitley, like, immediately, like, puts a cushion on the bench, pours a mug of wine, you know, kind of ushers him.
Which Archan would have handed her the bottle, probably
Yeah.
from what the Merlot sisters had sent.
Yes.
Or, because he's putting it away, putting what he can away behind the bar with the ghosts.
Mm-hmm. And she shoots him a very warm look.
Mm-hmm.
You see, thank you.
Of course.
We've only just started up, but can we offer you any food? I can see what we have in the stores, at least.
No,
We're not quite ready to open yet, but of course we want to get right with the city as quickly as possible. Now, are you going to want to know what sort of services we'll be offering, or is there sort of a general membership that goes for all sorts of venues?
Yes, please do.
All right. Well, I was thinking we'd be a casual performance venue. We're going to host music and small theatrical performance is either from local players or traveling players. I know some folks find that sort of thing a little bit dodgy, but we are going to be a respectable establishment who pays our dues on time. I was thinking we would offer bed work, but of a sort of respectable nature, not so much a brothel as that sort of being an extra service we provide. Well cared for, of course, and I do plan to keep a doctor on call. Now, I was also thinking, as far as music goes, we would go with mostly traveling players, lots of people from out of town mostly. If there's any extra insurance, we'll pay on that. I'd more than be happy to. As far as other than that, going a lunch and dinner service and tea, of course, a late breakfast probably, and an evening meal. We'll host maybe wines and beers, but spirits as well. Anything else?
Hmm.
Like Renly just basically like lists out everything and then just kind of like folds her hand and is like, well,
What? That certainly sounds good. You see, I am. There is a lot of things like that are required to join, but you, with what I heard, sounds like everything is in order here. If you like,
fantastic.
if you would like, I could easily submit the paperwork and allow you guys to join on it. All you need is
Wonderful. Would you like a tour of the property?
not at the moment, but I do appreciate the offer.
Of course.
At the current moment, I do have to head on out in just a second, just because I am a father to 9 little wee ones. So, I am.
I've got one of my own, so
Oh, that's very, very sweet.
why, thank you. We should introduce them sometime. Epi doesn't have any friends or know any other children, poor little dear. So I should very much appreciate the chance to arrange a few play dates with other local parents. Another thing, and she reaches out and touches his hand very gently and says, I should appreciate so much advice on what sort of atmosphere we go for. We don't want to step on a neighbour's toes after all. You know so much about the other inns in this area and what they're doing and not doing. If you could fill me in, me being new in town and all, and she'll kind of like raise her eyes up to his through her lashes and said, I'd be so grateful to you and owe you quite a lot.
Well, I will more than happy to provide any and all
Wonderful.
information that you would need. That's what, um, just a little heads up. Um, just to keep on, you know, maintain this place.
Mm.
We do offer a 10 gold pieces per, you know, week and 3 days.
Oh, well, you're the guild. Aren't we meant to be paying dues to you?
Yes, I'll be coming here like, coming to taverns are pretty much my regular, so.
I see. Well, you'll always be welcome here and find a good mug of ale and a good hot meal. That's my guarantee.
I do appreciate that. Now, if there's anything that I can do at the current moment, please just tell me.
Well, aside from that information and advice I've just spoken on, getting the paperwork in order would be much appreciated. And if you happen to know any contractors and entertainment providers you think would work well with what we're doing here, send them my way.
Alright. I will more than happy to do that. Now, you might be getting some payments in, but I assume that the money left over from um, um,
Previous owner.
yeah, the previous owner, who I believe was I don't know, I believe it was an orphanage or something, but
An orphanage.
yes, but
What did-
ooh, bad rumors, bad rumors. It turned out to be.
I see.
Yes, but
Well, there's only one orphan here now, and I suppose she's not really an orphan anymore. And when they will look like kind of smile a little bit.
Mhm.
Do come by any old time.
alrighty. Now I will be heading on out. Thank you for spending some time with me. As he gets
Of
off
course.
the cursor and walks on out. Oh,
So, of course, Wenley. What? What did you say?
oh, before I forget, as he, is at the door, make sure to not meddle around too much with some one of the other businesses here nearby.
Metal.
Yes, they I heard that someone tried to bid for this place before, and it did not go well. So
Well, as far as not stepping on toes, your information and good advice will go a long way to preventing that, won't it?
of course. Now
Hmm.
I will be heading on off.
And the minute he's gone, Wenley, who of course had tugged the bodice down and all that, kind of like lets it slide back up and is like, oh, well, how did that go, do you think?
Eh.
Oh, hmm. Well enough, I guess. You're better at that than I
Yes, I know.
am. And Arshan's just been probably taking during that whole time he was trying to unobtrusively listen in while probably holding a cloth in his hand and just wiping the same area on the bar for the last 5
Uh-huh.
10 minutes.
I mean, Wenley was like definitely putting the moves on this guy.
Mhm.
Absolutely 100%. But like the minute he's gone, she just like turns back into her normal self.
Yeah.
She doesn't like gaze wistfully after this halfling or anything. Then
Yeah.
again, if Archan wants to perceive things like
Yeah,
that.
well, I think when she started, I was imagining when she started to put the moves on, doing the eyelashes and pulling her bodice down, he maybe bristled a bit and then caught himself thinking, "No, wait, this is her doing her thing, trying to get information, get what we need." So he just kind of tried to relax, but maybe awkwardly so.
Oh, so afterwards, after she sees him, wiping the same place with a cloth the whole time, she'll go, "Oi, you wear a hole in the finish, darling." And kind
Yeah.
of seeing him looking a little sulky, she'll take a crate and climb up on it and give him a smooch on the cheek and
Oh,
say, "Hey."
he noticeably relaxed with that. And then probably kind of does a little twist of his wrist, cracking it a little bit. It's like, it's like,
Once we
damn, that
find
hurt.
out from him Once we find out from him what everyone else is doing, we can figure out what everyone else isn't doing or is and do it better. But we do need to know,
Alright.
not just for
Yeah.
peace in the, not just for peace on the street, but, we'll make more money that way.
True.
Oh, shit, sorry.
Like the traveling players just came walking through the door.
Right, exactly.
Whenever
That's
we
like-
hear music, that's from them.
Yeah, it's totally diegetic. It's totally part of the world. And
Yeah.
so Wenley will go over and check on Harky and be like, Harky, do you have any ideas? Wait, is Harky still with us?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay.
Harky will look up at Wenley and then smile.
Ah, crap.
Ideas that
And-
don't involve fire.
And then he disappeared.
Harky, I hate it when
yeah,
you do that.
Oh.
What is Harky doing when he disappears?
Wenley will fling a dish rag at where he was a minute ago.
He is not there.
Ah!
Meanwhile, Arjan feels a boop, and then there's Harky.
That little pest.
Really? See, this is why I vote that we put bowls of shelled nuts, like, I don't know, Waterdeep. Not sure if Faerun has peanuts, but whatever the equivalent is, put shelled nuts, bowls of them, at each table so that our patrons can eat them, throw the shells on the floor. That way, whenever someone does just what he did, we can see their footwork.
Are
They'll
you
have
saying
to
you
walk-
want to have a messy floor?
Well, I have heard that the oil from those shells actually will clean it up every night, but the oil actually helps re-varnish the floor. That's what I've heard.
Oh, Harky can make 2 people invisible, so that's
Ah, crap.
And with that,
It feels like Rocket and Groot sometimes. We're all gonna die. As he runs off, it's like Volume 2. Think Guardians of the Galaxy's Volume 2. That's sometimes how I imagine Harky is like Groot. I am Groot. I am Groot. I am Groot. No, then you just blow us up.
So who's Drax? Who's Drax then?
Actually, it's like who takes things too literally. I was thinking about that the other day. I have a character, if need be, I have a character lined up who would take everything literally. Nothing goes over my head. My reflexes are too fast.
I believe-
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
And then definitely, somebody would have to say, "I'm gonna die surrounded by idiots."
Oh no.
With that, Archan, you feel like something slightly heavy just fell on top of your head.
Oh,
And is it the goblin?
yeah, that's what Archan is probably slowly getting his hand ready. And then reaches up. So do you want me to make a roll for that?
Yeah.
Just a
That's
straight
fine.
dex roll?
With advantage.
Okay. I think I've got it set to make. 21! Ha!
Yeah,
Gotcha,
you reached up.
Gotcha, you little bugger.
With that, you reach up and you feel a little bitty head, a little furry head, and you realize that it is the little goblin. However, you feel like there's a little something that he's holding.
What do you got, Striz? And I think he would reach up with his other hand. Now that he's got a hold of him, he would reach up with his other hand and then pull him down and set him on the bar in front of him.
And he's holding what you guys presume to be uh how how best should I describe it? Um it is like a little bitty boom box. Not like boom box, but like it's a little box um with like like blue, purple colors. And it has a little bitty button on top.
Hmm? What the Harky Wenley does what is this? And Archan's just kind of pointing at it. I'm not going to press the button, but I kind of want to. Like, what
Harky,
on earth is this kid holding?
already. Harky, Harky will go find a stick, and then poke the button with the.
All
Oh,
right.
the 10-foot pole in every adventurer's kit.
Mm-hmm.
As you poke it, nothing happens that you will see. However, uh, yeah, nothing happens that you guys would see. And the little goblin just giggles and poofs on away.
What the? Ah, I hate it when he does.
And with that, what do you guys do?
We hear, and then suddenly we hear playing from another room. It's not unusual to be loved by anyone.
Right?
Sorry, I had to say it. Um,
Honestly, every time Striz poofs in, all I'm thinking is Arjan.exe has stopped.
Right?
yes, yes, pretty much. Okay, where is it? I'm gonna catch it.
Calm down, Mr. Miyagi.
Yeah.
And all right.
I think that's pretty much what goes on in the manor is Archan trying to catch Striz.
All
Hopefully
right.
not with
Also,
chopsticks.
though Archan is also imagining or thinking as soon as we get a chance, because he is he's the fighter, the mercenary, thinking about defending and protecting everyone. He is thinking about wanting to get the equivalent of the shotgun behind the bar. A couple light crossbows, preloaded to put behind the bar just in case. I mean, that's what's going through his mind is how can we make this building unobtrusively defensible, just in case.
All right. And with that, unless you guys want to do anything else, that's where we end our session today. What do you guys?
Sweet.
Oh, go on.
No, just responding. Sweet.
Okay.
That's all.
All right.
However, before we go on out, again, we will turn our camera back to that mysterious man who talked, deity, or person, who had the red crystal. And it's starting to have a slight red light pulse coming out of it right after Harky pokes it. Poke that box. And that is where we're going to end today's session. Let's go. Again, let's all, say who we are, where we can find each other. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Normal routine. And I'll let anyone start off um, in any order. So, let's see. Yeah, how about Free Huggles?
So I am Free Huggles. You can find me on Sunsessy Mondays and Fridays, and I am gonna try and be here next week for probably only an hour, because then I'll have to go and record other things.
Oh, nice.
But I will try. That's me. Short and sweet.
I can go ahead and go next. Hey y'all, I'm Rob. You can find me at RPG Theologian on Twitter and on Discord. Primarily just kind of hang out because I'm also a full-time doctoral student. I actually spent yesterday putting together reading lists for my qualifying exam, so fun times. But I love coming in on Tuesdays and playing with everyone here, and can't wait to see everybody else next.
I'm Don, Asmodan412-9026 on Discord. You can find me in putzing about in World of Warcraft. You can also find me on Steam at the Imperial Inquisition. I'm also on BattleNet if any of y'all have that. It's Leviathan Sin.
I'm JR Kyle, Casual Shadow JR, or Mistress Bird. Any one of those three you can find me by. And I'll see you all around.
The Burbstress.
And host, our other player, would like to say that his name was Logan, playing caster. He was not able to use his mic today, and I am the DM. You can, Ammon Doctor. You can find me here each week, and I do not know if I will appear anywhere else anytime soon. So yeah, you can find me here playing with these lovely folks, and see you all next time.